One ball at a time, he shoots away. 2 reds to go now. One red to go. I have a feeling awesome shot loading, maybe. Developing the black. He just needs to be careful not to snooker himself here. Unfortunately, he snookers himself. You can see from his facial expression, he's very disappointed in himself. Very difficult angle to escape from here. And even worse to make a pot from. A lot harder. Free shot and a visit for Senzo, as Mofya has failed to get his black. Will Senzo clear? Senzo, the former world champion. He's also represented his country, South Africa, on a number of occasions. And he's here to showcase his talent. Funny though that these two are actually in the same team for the team events, with Senzo being the only South African, or rather the only non-Zambian in the team. And they've been playing really well. Right through all the way past the semis. Good shot of his, good use of his first shot, his free shot. I'm sure he'll cruise away. Or might try to snooker once more at some point to simplify his game. But a clearance shouldn't be too difficult for a player of his level. He attacks away one ball at a time, nicely taking his time, going around the table while perfection takes time. We just, prior to this, we just witnessed Calvin Gandu from Zambia versus Jeremiah. Jeremiah won that one 7-3. Calvin was rather unfortunate. Was like he fell head first into a bucket full of lollies, but still came out only sucking his thumb with no lollies. Unfortunate encounter it was for him, and a good one for Jeremiah, who proceeded to the next round. Now the first frame here for Moses and Senzo. Doesn't look too happy with the position of the cue ball here. But I reckon he could still go center first. Let the cue ball bounce a little off this bottom rail. And still make good position for the next shot. Senzo just asked for an extension. Each shot is timed 40 seconds per shot. However, you may request an extension once per frame. And Senzo failed to make that pot. Mofya is back at it. Mofya, more fire, like some of his fans call him. He's focused on the black. And he's grabbed the first frame of this race. Well done, Moses. 1-0 it is. Taking an early lead. Will he continue on this streak Or will Senzo prove too strong for him? I think generally I would describe both these players as very good players, star players, with Mofya being more of the defender between the two, more defensive player, Senzo being more on the attack. It's alternate breaking. Mofya should be breaking now after Senzo broke in the first frame. Senzo will be breaking at all odd-numbered frames, and Mofya will be breaking at all even-numbered frames. It's a race to 7, or best of 13. 1-0. Moses Mofya to the good. Moses breaks and pots. Open table. Not a bad break at all. Save for maybe 1 or 2 reds and yellows that are clustered together or a little problematic. But a clearance shouldn't be too difficult. Will he go for one? Lovely cannoning there. Table closed. Reds it is for Moses Mofya. High five, Tabo Motlong. Frisco Osborne, high five. God knows Nyagwana. You're asking about Maluva. Maluva versus Jintis should be happening at 6 p.m. if I understood correctly. But the vibe is awesome here at Mchana Pub and Grill. High five to them. Kudos for organizing such an awesome event. Lots of awesome technology, awesome players, awesome vibe, awesome people. Awesome everything. I'm loving it. Mofya is still shooting away 4 reds to go. Tawa Motlong, I see you're predicting Senzo to win 7-5. You never know. What do others think? Can I get some predictions? Who do you think will proceed to the next round? What a shot. My favorite shot of the game so far. Gave me goosebumps. I didn't see it coming. But definitely applause worthy. The way he developed that red by center. Careful not to snooker yourself, Mofya. Looks like the cue ball and the yellow might be touching. I'm not quite sure from where I stand. But for his sake, he needs to get it. Else, I'm sure Senzo will punish him. Well done there. Good position. Now he needs to play for another good position for the black there. Maybe use cushion bounce. Cushion on the right. Back spin. Bottom left. I don't know. It's just a complicated looking shot in my eyes. But let's see how this star player handles it. Caesar Malcolm says, Mchana has raised the bar higher. The organization is wow. I agree with you, buddy. Couldn't have said it any better. Organization on fleek. Everything is just wow. High five, Mchana. Keep on keeping on. Meanwhile, Moses, unfortunately, has snookered himself. Easy angle to escape from, but very difficult to make a pot. And he has fouled. He had gotten his black, but unfortunately did pot a Senzo's yellow in the process. Senzo has opted to pick the cue ball. Free shot and a visit for him. He's keen to equalize to make sure that he doesn't let Moses take a massive lead, so as to ensure that he does not succumb to any pressure. But then again, an old man once said, it's not pressure unless you are not prepared. And I'm sure these two players came very prepared. They look confident and seriously poised for the win. They are hungry for that win, hungry for that mullah, or the first prize of $6,000. Very yummy pot. Another miss by Senzo, bringing Mofya back in business. But it's a safe enough miss, as he has snooked Mofya in the process, making it extremely difficult for Mofya to pot from this angle. Not difficult to get the black, but what's difficult is to make the pot. Unfortunately, he failed even to get the black. Free shot on the visit for Senzo. I mean, does he even need to pick the cue ball? He could just play from there. Looks like it's shaped well enough for a clearance. But hey, what do I know? These players always see what I don't see. Patterns that I don't see. He's using the yellow, I think, to develop the black, to make it easier for him. Oh, okay, going directly on the black rather. And the black is developed, making for an easier clearance. Good thinking. Although the black wasn't going to be difficult for him, even in the previous position along the cushion. These guys can pot. Not the position he'd hoped for. Too much movement on the cue ball, leaving a super fine cut for the ball he had hoped to go for. So I'm guessing plan B in progress. Maybe plan B would be to try and cut this yellow by the corner pocket, the bottom left. He's checking for touching balls. Okay, he's still going for that cut. Even if he fails to make the pot, it's still a defensive shot, I reckon. Or not. I thought he'd send the cue ball to the opposite side of the table. Again, a chance to Mofya, who faces black. Not so easy, but not too difficult. Oh, what am I saying? It's easy enough for him. Easy shot for Mofya. 2-0, he leads. Well done to him. Off to a good early start, threatening Senzo's life in this tournament. But it's definitely exciting. Action is here, live, awesome at Mchana Pub and Grill. Top-notch technology. Look at the camera angles. How's that for top-notch? The players too, looking very smart, organized, giving the game the respect it so deserves. Frame number 3 about to commence. Senzo breaking. From Mchana Adventures, predicting Mofya to win 7-5. Can I get some other predictions? Who do you think will win this race? Who will proceed to the next round? It's 2-0. Moses up at the moment. 6 Senzo's second break of the day. His first break, he fouled, scratching the cue ball. A better break this time, managing to break and pot 1 yellow. And I think reds are looking a lot better placed than the yellows. But what will it be for Senzo? What will he opt for? He's opted for the reds class of balls. And he cruises away. I tip him to attempt an apple here. He desperately needs to make sure he eases off the pressure, if there is any pressure on him. Is he feeling the heat? Season Talacha, I see saying Mchana is awesome. Yeah, awesome indeed. It's lit. It's happening. The vibe is crazy. It's awesome. The talent, equally awesome. The organization, I shall not mention. Everything is just seriously above standard. Great everything. Great show. Senzo shooting away here on his reds. 4 of those to go. Still on his first visit of this frame. Hi Tutu, Farai, Jaden. Opolo Joel says the coverage is quite impressive. Well done, Mchana. Yes, impressive indeed. But that last shot by Senzo, not impressive, as he has missed. Failed to make the pot, and Mofya is back in business. Tabo Motlong says Moses is dangerous. I can see how he's playing that he wants to win. Yes, I'm sure he does. He obviously does. They both do. Both star players giving each other a run for their money. It's any man's game, I think. Could go either way. But at the moment, the game is in Moses' favor. Will it stay that way all the way to the end? Moses needs 5 frames to clear. Senzo needs 7. It's a race to 7 or best of 13 frames. And it's lit. 4 yellows to go for Moses. He failed to make that pot. I suppose maybe there wasn't enough of that yellow. He didn't have enough view of that yellow in order for him to make that pot, I think. But he tried. Well, if it were me, I would have fouled. Oh, that takeoff would have been so difficult for me. The cue ball was so close to the red. Makes me nervous. But Senzo here is back in business, grafting his way away, looking for his first win. Will this frame be his first? Perhaps. Shazzy, I'm a fish. You know, it always makes sense in my head. I always see the pattern in my head. The execution, however, for me, let's not go there. Good shot there and positioning from Senzo, although I think a little more movement on the cue ball would have been better, but it's still workable. Definitely, you can still work with it. Cutting to center and using the yellow to stop the cue ball from running wild. And he's down to the last red now. He could choose to take it to the bottom right or bottom left corner pocket. If he doesn't control his cue ball well here, might go ranting and raving across the table. Ooh, careful not to scratch there. Unfortunately, he scratched. Free shot and a visit. And for the third time, Senzo has messed up on a shot when a Mofya is down to the black. Sorry, actually it's been twice. But now he should be down to the black in no time. Maximizing on the mistake and mistakes by Senzo. Mofya the Zambian, Zambia Kuchalo. I often hear them chanting that, which means Zambia to the world. It's like their mantra or something of sorts. 2 yellows to go for Moses. Good cue ball control there. Very disciplined as well. Simplifying his pattern. Basic pot. Will make good position for the black. Looks like he's preparing for a backspin. Okay, that works too. Either or. It's down to the black. Easy enough for him. And it is down 3-0 it is. He cruises on, needing 4 frames now to clear. Senzo desperately needing to pull up his socks here. It's hectic, it's crunch time. It's happening, it's alive here at Mchana Pub and Grill. Day number 3 of the 2nd edition of the Mchana Pub and Grill. Moses Mofya, 3-0 to the good. Into streaming Kelvin's match. Kelvin did play on this very table before these two. The game ended maybe 20-25 minutes ago. That was Kelvin versus Jeremiah, and unfortunately for Kelvin, he lost 7-3 in that encounter. Sorry you missed it, but yes, Kelvin did play and is now out of the tournament, booted out by Jeremiah. Frame and number 4. And Moses Mofya attacking away on the red class of balls. One ball at a time, he focuses and attacks away. Is he about to record his first break and run of the day, his first green apple? Maybe. 2 reds to go. The black doesn't look too difficult. Good positioning for maybe bit of a bounce off the cushion, positioning the cue ball to pot black on center. Lovely play. Good for you for not for making sure the cue ball does not kiss off onto that yellow there. Could have snookered yourself. But the boy means serious business. 4-0 it is in favor of Moses Mofya. It's crunch time. Senzo I'm sure is feeling a little bit of some pressure, but seriously eager to make a comeback here. Will engage a handbrake. Referee is just racking. Preparing for frame number 5, where Senzo is set to break. Doesn't look like he's given up. Never give up. It's not over till it's over, till the fat lady sings. Senzo breaks. Managing to pot 1 yellow in the process. I tip him to try and go for an apple here. I think he desperately needs that if he's to ease off some of the pressure that he may be feeling. Will it be Moses or will it be Senzo to grab? That was a superb finish. Well done to him. Table closed here. Senzo's opted for the reds. From Zaire, you say very good game to watch. Indeed, it is. 2 fine players. Senzo, the South African, versus Moses, the Zambian. Pitted against each other in the singles events. However, they are teammates in the team events. They are soldiers in arms in the team events, but face each other in the battlefield here in the singles event. And Moses has been overpowering Senzo so far. Senzo leading 4-0, fails to make that part. It was difficult, to be fair. Didn't quite have enough view of his ball to make that cut. If from Zaire says Mofya is not called Mofya for nothing. He is definitely burning Senzo at the minute. Lots of fire. More fire. It's fireworks. I'm not sure what Mofya was attempting to do there, as his left Senzo with clear view, easy attempt. More than one ball he can opt to go for here and attempt a clearance. Maybe he was trying to block off the path of that red next to the yellow that he played. He was trying to leave the yellow in front of the red, I think, to defend that one. But Senzo is back in business and working his magic. Well, Brian, how's the volume now? I hope it's improved a little. Senzo shooting away, 4 reds to go and eager to win his first frame of the day. Cue ball position looks to be just right. He's shaking his head a little. I think he didn't like the fact that the cue ball went to rest in front of the black. Close proximity of the cue ball to another ball makes it a little more stressful to make a pot. If it were me, I'd foul. I'd foul right there. But these are the big boys. He can handle it. At least it is a legal shot, though he did not manage to make a pot. Also a defensive position, cue ball position, that is. Touching balls, Mofya is going for Senzo's red. leaving it in a horrible position. Good defense, Mofya. Mofya, the defender. One of the best defenders I've seen in Zambia. Definitely one of the best. Good show. 4-0 still it is. In a race to 7. Metlugo difference is predicting Senzo is winning here. Yeah, it's still possible. It's any man's game. Just like how Mofya, just like how Mofya just won 4 straight frames. Senzo could respond and do the same. It's possible. He could win 4 straight frames too. Or even 7, who knows? But at the minute, it seems to be advantage to Mofya. The scoreline alone is advantage to Mofya. As far as this frame is concerned, very tricky frame. It's turned rather tactical. Good cue ball positioning there, Senzo. Good safety shot. Tactical frame still going on. Both players playing safety here. It's any man's game, really. I think I'm tempted to say I enjoy tactical frames more than the attacking frames where they just attack away. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. I like to see how they apply their minds a lot with the tactical frames. I like to see how they think, how they strategize and map their way out of difficult situations. Good shot there. Good shot by Senzo. Developing his red there. Not the easiest pot to make and very difficult to clear. Cue ball so close to the cushion. And then even if he makes the pot, to position the cue ball for the black is another task, an uphill task for him, but he desperately needs to in order to win his first frame. And I think your guess is only as good as mine. If he fails to clear this, Mofya is likely to punish him. And Senzo has failed, unfortunately for him. Fortunately for Mofya, he's back in business, looking to record his 5th win. 5-0 clean sheet so far. It's been a bit one-sided. Too many mistakes by Senzo. And Mofya managing to capitalize on those mistakes. Samuel Zion is predicting 7-0. You never know. Somehow I doubt it though. I do not predict a 7-0. But let's see. You never know. William Soko, high five. You say beautiful stream, classy. Indeed it is. Classy indeed. Great show, huh? Joachim Kuchagwesha says, don't play touch dash with that Mofya guy. Or else what? He'll drag you to his level and beat you with experience. He'll drag you to his touch level and beat you with experience. Well, he's more the defensive player. That's what I mean by beat you with experience. He's the more defensive player of the two. Like here, he could just snook, huh? Most amateurs would, although I think he'll attack. If you snook it, he might just get snookered right back. He's quite good with his cue ball management, cue ball control, so I'm sure he can position his cue ball pretty well for a clearance here. Season Dalacha predicting a 7-2 or 7-1. Mofya to win, okay. It is 5-0 now. Hectic. It's been very unfortunate for Senzo. These first 5 frames. He's been struggling with a good takeoff here. He needs to fight hard, win 1 frame, work at it, win another. 1 ball is to win at the end of the day. 1 ball at a time, 1 shot at a time. He can do it. Frame number 6, Moses breaks and pots. He just needs 2 now to run the day. It's a race to 7 or a best of 13. Table's still open. He failed to close table here. He needs to make a recovery here. Too many balls clustered up together though. Ah, all right. Ah, great. Defensive shot from Senzo there. Who obviously wants the reds. The reds are better placed. Opting not to close the table, but rather defend his cue ball position. Well done there. He's being careful at it. He desperately needs to engage that handbrake.
On table number 1, ladies and gentlemen, let's have Patrick Gitao up against Duo. Duo, Patrick Gitao, proceed to table number 1.
Senzo taking his time here to carefully think and plot mapping his way here. I think he'll manage to engage a handbrake of sorts, winning a couple of frames. I'm sure he hopes to equalize and overtake and grab the day. That'll be a massive comeback if he manages to. I think it'll be comeback of the tournament so far, if he does. That would be massive from 5-0 down if he wins this. All right, he'd failed to make that part and then fluked in the process. The gentleman he is, apologizing for the fluke and acknowledging it to Mofya. And he raised his hand there. 4 yellows to go. And far from easy looking, the yellows are. I see Test, you're asking there, is this the Senzo we know? I need to be convinced. Yes, it is the Senzo you know. He is facing an equally strong opponent. Equally strong in my opinion. Moses is also strong. It could go either way with these two.
On table number 1, let's have Patrick Gitau and Thuo. Table number 1, Patrick Gitau. Yeah.
Fatanai Mucha Zoreka says they're two good players at their level. Yes, they're very good, these two. Very good players, I'd say. And I think they can win against any African on any good day. They are among the best. Mofya still being defensive, yeah. Just trying to force Senzo, I think, to open up that yellow by the center. To open up the path to the reds. I like the response there. The last couple of frames, they've been rather tactical. Very tactical frames we're seeing. I think it'll all boil down to who will employ the better tactics of the two. And I repeat, it's still any man's game. You never know, it's not over till the fat lady sings. Senzo trailing massively, but could still win this. You never know. Chikai Koyasin, you're asking if Jinta is playing today. Yes, he is playing today. I understand at 6 p.m. Unless I was misinformed, but my understanding is he will be playing on this TV table at 6 p.m. versus Maluva from Zimbabwe. That's Jinte from Malawi. Tactical frame still ongoing. I don't quite agree with that attempt. Very risky attempt. Opening up those balls there. Although, however, is still safe-ish. Safe enough after leaving one of those reds, the one near Moses' hand right now, sitting behind one yellow, and Moses has snookered. Good shot. Senzo must get this if he's to have any hope for this frame. If he concedes a foul, yeah, Mofya might just clear. Moses messed up there. Senzo needs to maximize here if he's to have any real hope for a recovery. TB Gamboa's Israel, they're asking when are the finals? The finals should be on a Sunday. The finals will be played on Sunday. Today we have these men's matches. I think it's third round or so. Some in second round. For the men, the women are also playing at the same time. A couple of rounds for the women as well. Oh, unfortunately, Senzo failed to make that part. He shakes his head, obviously disappointed in himself. Moses back on the grind. 5 reds to go. He should clear now. All the tactical behavior gone. Now they shoot away. How's that for nice right English? Perfect position. Well done, Mofya. Samuel Zion says cue ball control isn't good for Senzo. Yeah, he isn't doing too well at it today. He's a good player generally, but perhaps not so much in form. That's unfortunate. It happens to the best of us. Chikako Yasini asking if it's 6 p.m. Malawian time. No, 6 p.m. in Kenya. In Malawi, that should be a 5 p.m. That's when you get to witness Jinte versus Maluva. If I'm not mistaken, if I heard right. And it will also be happening here on the TV table. 6-0. Mofya is sitting on the hill, sitting pretty with a clean sheet and a race to 7 against Senzo. Senzo's been very unfortunate. good chance at it. Good luck for your next rounds. Congratulations. That's it from me. Thank you for joining us. Join us again. Shortly, we'll be watching, as I said, Patrick from Kenya versus the gentleman from Portugal. Thank you for joining us. That's it from me, Priscilla, the voice.